Okay, this is the entirety of the flat, and let's start at the bedroom side. We have bedroom closets to the right that holds all of Andrew's clothes and some items that came with the flat that we're not currently utilizing. We have a bedside table on his side that I don't really think we'll be able to swap out. If you open that bedroom cupboard, there's really no additional space. So if I end up upgrading it, because it does catch a lot of dust, then it's going to have to be with something as small. On the left hand side, you can see that is where I keep most of my clothes, basically 90% of my clothes, with a little lamp that came with the flat that we're currently using. The bulb blew a night or two ago, so I need to go and replace that today, and my little Alexa right over there. We did replace the curtains, which I am so happy with. I mean, this really just warmed up this space so nicely, and it really took it from that dorm room look, and it just elevated the space so much. Now, my curtains was about 3 days old, and this sheer curtain was eaten by the vacuum cleaner. So I'm currently, it's not bad. Let me show you quickly. I'm currently trying to figure out if it's worth spending 500 dirhams to have it replaced. But you know what? I'm going to be staying here for 5 years, 4 years, whatever the case might be. Then, in my opinion, it's worth it. So sad, but yeah, they can't fix it, so I'm looking at replacing it. Right, so we have Andrew's clothes on that side, we have my clothes on this side, we have storage underneath the bed, suitcases, test equipment for Andrew, duffel bags, everything that you would think there's no space for, we keep under the bed. Thank goodness it's big enough for all of that. Basically, this space still looks a lot like it used to, so I'm not going to go into too much depth about that. Over here we have the kitchen. I'm going to open some doors here for you so that you can have a look. Because we decided on a full dishwasher, we had to move out the fridge. And that is why the fridge ended up in that corner, which I don't really mind. I mean, in a normal size house, the fridge would be that far away from everything else in any case. Then we've got the microwave, and on top of it, we have the air fryer and the kettle. I would like to place the air fryer in this cupboard, but I need to get a shelving unit for it. This one doesn't fit. I really tried it all shapes and angles. It doesn't fit. So I'm going to have to get something smaller, but we'll see. The dishwasher for now is draining into the basin because it's a rental. We don't really... Yes, I have a cardboard box as a dustbin. So this is what my plumbing situation is looking like. Ugly hole in the side of the cupboard. This was... Yeah, so I can't move the washing machine to wash behind it. And then we unhooked the cold water, get water to the dishwasher. So this isn't ideal. We need to find a plumber to see if he can make a plan here for us, but I can't fit or drill another hole into there for an outlet. So we're going to have to see what we're going to do there. So I'm keeping most of my cleaning stuff down here. So in this cupboard, I kept the glasses, the stand, and this little glass mug. This is what I kept from the original glassware, cutlery, crockery that was here. Then over here, I basically kept all of these. These are glass bowls, plates. So I have, I think, 4 or 5 plates. These two, that little one, and this one. That's what I have for glassware that I kept from the original items. And then, I don't know if you guys remember it in my original flat, but there were these horrible colored things. So when you stand back, they're really shouting at you, well, for visual clutter. So I removed them thinking I could remove them completely, and I can't. They literally screwed into these tiles. So I just removed the knobs. That's the only one that I use, and that is that. So moving to the drawers, they're still very dingy and wonky, but you'll see I actually kept a lot of cutlery. I kept all the spoons, I kept all these knives. I kept all the forks. I actually bought 3 additional forks for like 2 dirhams 50 each, and I kept 4 of these okies. So yeah, that's what I've got in terms of cutlery and crockery. I've never used the oven. I don't know if it works. Over here, some cleaning items. Just some cleaning items. And here, slow cooker and more cleaning items. Bathroom, fridge, and then turning back to the room, we do have our seating area over here, which I love because these guys swivel. Oh, you can't see. I've tucked them in there way too badly. So these guys swivel. When you put them into place, they really tuck away nicely. You have a beautiful view when you sit and you watch out there. I actually enjoy sitting there, but they don't take up any visual space, so it's quite nice. So running through this space, why it works for us is me and Andrew, when he gets home in the evenings, he has dinner, he starts working. I work on this side of the table, and yeah, this is where most of our time is spent, if not on the chairs, the black chairs, then over here. And bedroom space is fully functional for us. Sorry, I washed the bed pillow cases, so they're not on there. Bedroom space is fully functional for us, and so is the kitchen space. So, like you can see, there's more than enough feet space over here. I need to go over all of these spaces again. I need to take some of my clothes out of there, move it to here. I need to find a better solution for my underwear situation. Andrew is sort of fully functional with more than enough space on his side. So I'm very, very happy with his side. It's my clothes that needs a bit of rewangling. I've moved some stuff around since my original walk-in. Then, like I mentioned, I need to figure out a way to move the air fryer into that cupboard. That should remove visual clutter, but we're also looking at getting a water fountain that needs to be close to the tap. And I don't want to remove more counter space. So I'm really thinking where the air fryer is now is going to have to be the water fountain. But in any case, yeah, and we keep all our documents above there. So all in all, this is our very, very minimal space that we're living in. But because each section of the flat functions so well for what we need it for, we really don't need anything else. There's definitely things that I aesthetically would like to bring in, like a creeping artificial plant over there, maybe one over there. And in the bathroom looks the same from when we first moved in to now, and nothing is different. So yeah. So the one thing in the bathroom that I did keep is the actual basket next to the toilet that I use for clothing, the wooden box, and the fake plant. And that's the only thing in this bathroom that I've kept. We did replace the rod. The previous one was broken. We just have a lot of toiletries in our windowsill. Bathroom is very, very tiny, but you don't need any more. You're either on the toilet or in the shower, right? Nice. So yeah, this is my space, and I love it. I absolutely love it. The atmosphere is good. You know, I like the view. It's not too high up. Very central to everything or most things. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. When we moved to Dubai, we virtually had nothing. We had 4 suitcases and some hand luggage, and that held mostly toiletries, some test equipment for Andrew, and clothes. And that is how we landed in Dubai. We decided to opt not to have any of Andrew's work colleagues try and cart us around because we landed so late. So yeah, there was not even anyone that greeted us at the airport. It was a strange experience, but you know, I think Cayman was worse for us simply because it was the first experience. We sort of anticipated what would happen in Dubai and how we would feel, and we just worked around it. If you want to live minimal and small, the best thing that you can do is literally analyze how you would live life, how you live life. If you love cooking, you obviously want very much a larger space to cook, then this will not work. We had no pantry, but the only pantry items I use basically is salt. So we don't really, and I have oils, fats. So we don't need a large pantry space, but if you are someone that enjoys cooking, this setup will not work for you. If you're someone that enjoys watching TV and lounging on the couch and reading a book, then obviously you won't have a massive dining room table you'll opt for a couch and a TV rather than a large dining room table. So when I looked at this space, the other units that I looked at in this price point was square units. The problem that I had with a square unit is, where do I fit a bed and a dining room table? In a square unit, you basically put um, your bed and your couch right next to your bed, so you almost don't have a bedside table. I couldn't see the layout work in my head, but when I walked in here, I immediately knew that this is almost double the space of the other units that I looked at. Fine, this unit is more expensive, but it was closer to where we originally lived, which I preferred. I wanted to stay in JBR, and I am staying in JBR. Very westernized, and I don't feel out of place at all in this area. I am very close to the metro. I'm very close to my shops. So when he said to me, my agent said to me he had something available for me in JBR, I was ecstatic. And when I saw the layout of the flat, I was ecstatic. So I immediately said to Andrew, right, I want, a bed with a nice high headboard. As soon as I'm awake, I want to sit up. So I sit up, I lean against my headboard, I watch some YouTube, I answer some messages, and that is my lounging time in bed before I get up. So I wanted a high, cushy headboard. Andrew said to me, let's get a storage bed. That didn't even cross my mind, but when he said it, I immediately agreed, because logically it makes sense. We have two large hard suitcases. We have two massive duffel bags. We have those sleeves that you pull over your hard cases. We have two small cases. We have backpacks. We have test equipment for him. We have some winter jackets that I don't think he'll ever wear in Dubai. I don't know. So there's a lot of stuff under the bed that we store. And then I said to him, to divide the spaces, I actually wanted a chest of drawers at the bottom of the bed. But because we purchased everything in this unit cash, by the time I went to buy a chest of drawers, it would have been a six drawers, chest of drawers instead of the sideboard. They said to me, sorry, we no longer manufacture the chest of drawers. So I only had the option of the sideboard, which I'm not sad about. It actually looks good in the space. I think a chest of drawers would have looked like, oh, there's a chest of drawers for clothes, where now it actually looks like a sideboard for the dining room table. I was so scared when I brought in the dining room table with the bedside, with the bed furniture. I could find bed furniture that matched the kitchen very well, but something in me just said no. I I don't like the dark wood. It's not my favorite. It's not my choice, but we have it, so we have it. So I brought in this set with the dining room table, and I was so scared that all the browns and all the wood textures would clash. And I'm happily surprised to say that it doesn't. So we set up the bedroom space, what functions for us very well. And then the dining room space obviously works very well for us. I work at the dining room table most days, every day. Andrew, we have breakfast and dinner here. Andrew works here when he comes home at night. And then our seating area that overlooks the view. It was a bit of a gamble bringing in more furniture into the space. Like, would it have worked? I think if it was traditional chairs or a couch, no, it wouldn't have worked. I think that would have made the space feel very cramped. Um, but because they're so low, and I can actually scoot them in underneath the dining table almost, and I can move them out and swivel them about as and when I use them, I think it makes the space extremely functional. I do hide my vacuum cleaner behind my fridge, but luckily the curtains is so bulky that you don't really see it. And there is nothing more that I can say about this space. If you've ever lived tiny, let me know down below. If you're thinking of going tiny, let me know down below. I know there's guys that did go tiny and didn't like it. If you want to share that experience with me, you are more than welcome. And I will be sharing more of our updates on what comes next in the space when we moved in. Obviously, things were just plonked into spaces the way I thought they would function. We've been here about 2.5 months now, so it's long enough for us to settle. Um, so yeah, I would like to, no, I wouldn't like to, I need to go through my spaces again. There's stuff that we purchased that didn't work. Obviously, there's a few things that we can throw out that we purchased and either didn't like or didn't work. So yeah, stay tuned if you want to keep up with that. If you want to see that journey, I'd love to have you follow along. And until then, enjoy living life. Bye.